Hello everybody, this is Loach with an L, not an R, coming to you with another game from the funny special prize playlist. Thank you very much to Seal for hosting this tournament and Cyberthor for sponsoring the tournament. This was taken from the Seal 1v1 inaugural tournament. Special prizes were able to be submitted for, and this is one of them for the funny. If you like this one out of the other funny ones, they should all be in the same playlist on youtube.com/thesealcast. Go ahead and like it right below, and the one with the most likes will go ahead and win $20 from Seal and a $100 or $150 voucher for Cyberthor PC. They are so super awesome. Go ahead and check them out. Google them if you don't know where to find them. I believe it's cyberthorpc.com. Anyway, we have a game. It's a PvP, HeaVenxG spawning as a red Protoss in the bottom left of Zelnaka Caverns, and Kingprawn spawning in the top right as the purple Protoss. We do see that the probes are exactly identical, almost identical twins. Both arriving to their opponent's bases at around the same time. Exactly the same thing has been done by both players thus far. We do see a gateway is now on the way for HeaVenxG, and Kingprawn is going to go ahead and drop a gateway as well. So just normal stuff right now out of Kingprawn and HeaVenxG. I'm expecting the lulz anytime soon. Of course, it is not lol, it is not lol. I, of course, write lulz, L-U-L-Z, and you do not pronounce it lol like you normally would. It's lulz, okay, L-U-L-Z. Alright, a little bit of nerd history for you. So the Kingprawn's probe is just going to go ahead and sit around the back, right next to HeaVenxG's, and HeaVenxG does not want to get that back place walled in, so he's going to go ahead and drop down a pylon of his own back there, as Kingprawn is continuing to just scout around his opponent's base, dropping down an assimilator and a pylon in his own base. I do believe that if we go into the units killed, yes, the worker of HeaVenxG was taken out in the base of in the base of Kingprawn, excuse me. A cybernetics core now on the way, and another gateway for HeaVenxG is now on the way, as well as an assimilator. Lots of stuff is on the way, if you didn't already get it. So, nothing too funny or out of the ordinary out of either of these players right now. I would like to go ahead and mention that you can find me at youtube.com/LoachSG2. I've got a lot of games on there from the Steel 1v1 tournament. That probe has been taken out, and with becoming a official caster for SC2 for Seal, Southeast Asian Esports League, there's going to be a lot more StarCraft 2 coming up on my account, and when Dota 2 comes out, I hope to become a caster for that as well as a Vivid player. So a second gateway and assimilator coming out from Kingprawn, but no second assimilator, but we do see a cybernetics core has now finally been started for HeaVenxG. There is his second assimilator. So we do see a third gateway for Kingprawn. So Kingprawn slightly ahead, also getting out a sentry ASAP, as this zealot is about to reach the base of Kingprawn, and they're going to have a slapathon. Here they go, they're slapping. And Kingprawn is going to go ahead and pull back, and HeaVenxG is going to do the same, as they had too much slap, too red in the hands, especially HeaVenxG zealots. Yeah, that's right, how's that for a bad joke? So 4 zealots are now on the field for HeaVenxG to the 1 zealot, 1 sentry of Kingprawn, and a probe is now heading out across the field for HeaVenxG. I will admit a lot of 4 gating has happened in all of these matches. 3 gates for Kingprawn to the 2 gates of HeaVenxG. So we are going to see that in the unit counting station they are just about equal on probes. They are now equal on probes, as this zealot is now going to get slapped into the ground, and that's not a force field. That's not a force field. There's a big gap that could let a Thor through. Kingprawn having to work on his no doubt force field placement as HeaVenxG continues to move up the ramp, and will be able to take out these 2 stalkers, and has already split 1 zealot into the mineral line of Kingprawn, excuse me. As let's see if he can place down a better sentry force field. No, he's just going to go ahead and lose that sentry. 3 stalkers now on the way, as well as the 4th gate. This zealot is being an absolute baller with 9 kills right now. Yeah, there we go, 9 kills before getting taken out by those probes. 1 stalker is on the field for Kingprawn. The second one has now spawned. HeaVenxG now with a proxy pylon, not only at the natural of Kingprawn, but inside the actual base of of Kingprawn, and Kingprawn GGing, definitely going to go ahead and start to work on his force field placement. So had he placed that force field nice and square, he would have been absolutely fine holding off that attack. But Kingprawn, oh man, I actually might just rewind to that exact moment. If we're just going to keep going back, for those of you that did not know, the B button takes you back. We are going to go back a little further, and a little further still. In fact, I might just move my overlay. Here we go. I'm just going to rewind back to about here. I believe it was around the 5-minute mark that we are going to see no... Yeah, we're just going to speed it up a little bit. I just want to point out the exact hilarious point in this game. As we do see, we are on the normal speed now. And there it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is one hell of a force field there. So Kingprawn losing to just almost a pixel off to the right. Kingprawn losing this match. HeaVenxG, this was the first match, so I believe they had a few more matches after this. Either way, guys, if you thought this was the most funny game in the playlist, go ahead and like it. The game with the most likes will go ahead and win the special prize, $20 from Seal and a $150 voucher from Cyberthor PC. Go ahead and check them out. I've been Loach SC2, Loach with an L, not an R. Go ahead and check me out at youtube.com/LoachSC2.